Hello beautiful people, it's Sinderfam. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be checking this video from the Whatever podcast. Let's check it out.
So when you're talking about someone who's questioning their sexuality, are you talking about gay men dating straight women? Are you talking about men who are in relationships experimenting? Or what are you talking about?
I'll explain exactly. First of all, for me, the word experimenting in that sense, it's show that the person a little bit off. It's not normal. And I'll explain why. I know you all laughing because you grew up in this, sorry to say, but pervert mentality. This is all over the world now, in Europe, in Australia, in England, in America. All the women do what they want. It's all legitimate to do. You can expose yourself and it's normal. Even the parents don't say nothing, right? But that specific subject, when you say experiment into a guy, you cannot experiment on her behalf or her behalf or her behalf, because when he experimenting, he can infect her with a disease, he can damage her emotionally, he can bring her to a situation, sexual situation, when she's gonna carry them to her 30s and her 40s, and she's gonna think that it's normal. He's gonna normalize certain situation, and it's completely wrong when you say, no, we just experimenting, or she say, oh, anybody can do whatever they want, it's their life. No, it's not your life, and it's not your body to do what you want. Because if you have, sorry to say that, but I'm saying it to you, if you did, even if you like smart and you walk up of it and you don't want to do it anymore, if you have kids, this thing gonna come back and haunt you.
Yeah, I agree.
And put you in a really bad place. So you can be a you can do whatever crazy thing you want, but in the end of the day, if you decide and you sorry, land of plane. Sorry.
Grid One Motorsports donated $200.01.
Yeah, thank you.
See,
Grid One.
ladies, the way it works is you turn gay men straight, not the other way around.
Exactly.
Stop being masculinity destroying feminist and use more lip and tongue, less teeth. Abdul, you know what to do.
But I agree with
Get the
what
rock.
you're
You
saying.
kiss your mother
and
with
I
that
think
mouth?
Get the rock. Get
the
the
big
rock.
issue
Grid
is-
One, thank you very much
Okay,
for the
wait,
UTT
I
as
don't
well.
want that.
You know what is wrong is in the society, many women are not told to face the consequences, or are not told that to everything or to whatever you do there are consequences, because lots of people lie to themselves and don't want to face the reality of things. More so, many women would rather be delusional than face reality, because obviously they are enjoying it now, or they are enjoying whatever behavior or whatever they're doing now, exposing your body online, doing whatever, pushing whatever. And at the end of the day, when it comes biting you, or when it's time to face the consequences, you act like, oh, the world is falling upon you, or the world is turning against you. But it was fun while you were enjoying it, or while you were doing it, and not realizing what you were doing. Because obviously when you get married, it's more than likely going to affect you, your family, your husband, and your kids. Think about the consequences or the damages it's going to be doing to your kids, knowing that you're the type of woman who is an OF or whatever, 304 and all of that. And eventually your child or your kid grew up or grows up to start seeing their mothers nude online or whatever online. You don't want to consider, or you don't think of the damages it's going to do to your kids. And if your kids want to pursue the exact same career, I hope also going to push for it, for them to continue or follow your footstep.
Hold on. She's gonna finish her point. Then you can go. Go ahead.
So I'm not coming at you, not at all. I see that
alright.
you're very intelligent. I'm so happy and proud of you for waking up. I think after what you did and what you've been, I think you can really teach other women. So I think it's good what you're at. But with that being said, even to you, I'm gonna answer your question. You seem like a beautiful and intelligent a human being, and a good human being. Okay, classical music, like everything you said about yourself, and I can see that you're in experiment or transition, and like how you put your earrings, and I'm not judging, right?
Yeah.
But I can see that you're in this position that you're experimenting.
Yeah.
I think if you really had somebody in your close surrounding that reassured this point of this specific side in you, like the music, the classical music, the intelligence you have, the real beauty that you have inside, you wouldn't need to be in this experiment. You would just go to the place you're supposed to be. You understand? Because all of this transitioning, all these earrings, all these things, everything come from a place that nobody give you guidance for who you are and what's your potential to be in this life. That's it.
Okay, your response, and then you wanted to go.
So I agree with sort of like the core of what you're saying, and I think, you know, the issue with sort of women being very misguided at the moment and being, oh, it's cool, everyone experiment, and I don't want kids, and I can make all the money, and I can do this. I think it's, you know, it's a result of modern feminism that's gone way too far.
Exactly.
And I think the point that you were trying to make, which maybe not everyone maybe understood at the table, was that you do need a strong man to lead a family. And it's the result of not having strong father figures that we have. Everyone running around doing errands, everyone running around not having kids, everyone dressing like ridiculous and acting like the worst men is now a feminist thing, is to be like, oh, well, I'm going to pick the worst parts of male culture and I'm going to act like that and I'm going to sleep with 20 people. And
you actually answering what she said before. She said, oh, it's okay if he's not gay and everything. When you pick the right man, that he's a leader and strong and a masculine man, you're gonna have a peace of mind in your life, in your future.
Yes, I do think that is why, sorry, I'm agreeing with you. I think that is why earlier I misunderstood, because that is what I have now. But when I thought about, okay, if someone is kind of like, you know, thinking of having, you know, unprotected with another guy, then I would be very concerned. But I feel, you know, secure. He's a leader. He's a, you know, masculine figure, whatever, in the house. Like, we are a team, but I am the feminine, he is the masculine. So I honestly don't feel stressed.
You know what's most interesting is many feminists don't even think of the consequences or damages or whatever, or the after effect of whatever they are doing. The older ones don't even caution the younger ones, or the older ones don't even teach or or guide the younger ones. The younger ones just follow, because obviously the older ones are are telling them or are in their ear. But it's so refreshing to see a woman finally telling modern feminists the consequences or the danger of whatever action they take, because obviously it's always going to be about them being selfish and them, not about other people, or they don't want to care about other people. But finally, feminists being held accountable and being called out. Thank you, ma'am.
And then you had something. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, so I think your main issue is experimentation in relationship and like how dangerous that can be, right? You know, if anyone's having unprotected intercourse while in a relationship with you, that's so unsafe. I'm not saying that that's okay. I'm just saying, like, if someone is wanting to experiment in a consensual way and they're single, and then later on you're in a monogamous relationship, like, I think that's okay. Like, I don't think that's like unsafe. And also I dress like this because I'm emo and I'm an artist, and not because there's something wrong with me.
And her favorite band is My Chemical Romance.
It's actually Pierce the Veil.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Quick thing. You have final word. Quick thing, and then I'm gonna move it on. Go ahead.
I just wanted to kind of ask you a little bit, like, do you not believe in self-expression? Because I don't think everyone who dresses like that, or like how I dress or how anybody dresses, means that we're confused. Sometimes that might just be who we are. No, it's just an example. Like,
okay, quick response on that, and then final thing, and then I got.
I'll answer. First of all, I'm the first. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I wasn't done with my point.
Sorry.
So, and then also too, like, do you not believe that maybe you are stuck in like old time ways, because now it's a new society, it's a new world. So it's like they preach to be yourself, do what you want to do, put it out there, have fun, you know?
Yeah.
And yes, you might have to look back on that.
This is not new. These are not new
exactly. That's what I wanted to say.
Themes. And not only that, some of these themes are timeless.
Do
you think in the 1970s, when there was a bunch of bra burning lunatic feminists preaching all over
exactly.
the lawn of these different universities, preaching free sex, love, and drugs, that this wasn't like all out, let's have fun, it's all about whatever you want, girl, you go. I mean, all that shit. 90s, you go girl, into the 80s, which was a different form of girl power. No, these are timeless themes. There's nothing new under the sun.
Exactly.
This is very old.
Can I answer her?
Go ahead.
Andrew. So first of all, I'm going to refer to what Andrew say. When I grew up, okay, you saw Madonna doing crazy things, right? You saw like the biggest porn star, what's her name? The one, Lovelace, Linda Lovelace. You had like like crazy at porn, more than now, and women got exploded more than now. It was fashionable to dress half naked.
I heard that, by the way, that David Allan Coe made Linda Lovelace gag.
What? Ah, yeah, and also he made her sleep with a dog.
Oh, yeah, but anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so listen, it's got nothing to do with age, because you can age in your ID, right? But your inside is always stay the same, especially somebody like me who's super evolved and in the beauty industry and in the mental health industry, like when I, do a lot of public speaking, it's got nothing to do with age. This is something that young girls said, oh, I know what I'm talking about. Because when you're in your 20s and 30s, you think you know it all and you know better than older people. And it's the exact opposite. I've been in your age. You haven't been in my age. Second thing, it's okay to experiment. I did experiment. I was actually doing a lot of things. I was an actress for 20 years. I was singing. I did 3 soundtracks for movies in my country. I did a lot of things. And you see how I dress. I'm not super conservative. I like to be a little bit sexy and flirty, but it always has to be a limit, right? When you sell yourself out there, I give example with that girl, sorry, without being offended, she's gorgeous. Look at her face, she's gorgeous, right? And she loves classical music and everything, but what does she do? She represents herself in a certain way that she doesn't know what's going on in the world. You girls don't understand that out there in the world, it's so many predators. They just wait for women that look vulnerable mentally and physically. And if you don't have the capacity in your brain, and she would know exactly what I'm talking about, when they see that you expose yourself and put yourself out there, they're gonna do things to you that you don't even understand. Today, it's not just for organs, they can kidnap you, for sexual exploitation, for prostitution, for so many things. When you look vulnerable and over-sexual, immediately they figure out that you had a daddy problems, or in the house you had problems with your mother or dominated mother. They, just from looking everyone and each of you, I can tell you where you come from and probably where you're gonna go without sounding pretentious, right?
Wow. Can do whatever podcast keep bringing somebody like her, or keep bringing her on the episode, on the show, or on the podcast, so she can correct and educate the younger ones, or educate other feminists that are like this, so they know the consequences and know that to every action there is a reaction, and know what they are doing, because obviously they think promiscuity, wanting to experiment, wanting to do this and all of that, they think it is cute or it is good, but they don't even think of the consequences or the danger they are putting themselves or whatever they are doing, because obviously somebody is telling them have multiple partners, it's okay for you to be in your masculine nature and all of that. Can she keep coming to the episode, to the podcast? It's so refreshing to see feminists being re-educated and told the truth, because obviously they are not told the truth and not held accountable. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment down below. I'm sure tons of people have interesting things to share. I would really love to share that and share the useful information with mother or dominated mother. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and all of that stuff.
I can tell you where you come from and probably where you go.